time the beat drop.
I'm hearing double. I'm hearing double right now. Oh, wait, you know what? One of the computers might be on.
Like echo?
Oh, you know, yeah, there's an echo on my headset.
Oh.
It's because we got two players. So we're live right now, right? Yeah, hey, everybody.
Oh,
We're
hey,
live.
well, pretty sloppy start.
Oh, that was,
we
I
haven't
know,
been
right?
here in 3 weeks.
2016. It's good now, Eric. Hey, everybody.
Yeah,
He's like actually upset.
Yeah.
Hey, Save and Continue. We're back. We've been on hiatus for a couple weeks now. It's good to be home.
It is.
I hope everyone had a
Feels good.
fantastic holiday, New Year's.
I did.
You did. Everyone did. Fantastic. Yeah, I was in Los Angeles last week, so we couldn't make the show. So we're back on schedule, talking about games, internet, movies, all that fun stuff. This is great because I saw a few pictures, obviously, while I was gone. You picked up a PS4.
Yes.
In the time between the last show and now.
Crazy to think that just within like the past 6 months, I picked up both an Xbox One and a PS4.
You went from I don't have anything,
I know.
to I might get one,
Well,
to
see,
I have it all.
When we started this show, we were confident we could do this because we have such a history with video games.
Sure.
And I was a little concerned that I wasn't going to be as up to date as I should be because I wasn't actually playing it. You can read all the stuff you want, but if you're not playing it, it's not the same.
Exactly.
So now
you can Twitch and YouTube as much as you want, but you need to.
Yeah. So now I basically have all I need for the moment.
Yeah.
And it's awesome. So I could actually talk about a lot of the games that have come out this past year that I've been catching up with. Oh man.
It's been good. The
It's
game,
been great.
It's
been
it's
cool.
about time we actually got caught up with console-wise
Yeah.
because the games are fantastic so far.
I'm
It's been
loving
torture.
this generation.
So far, so good.
I feel like
Really?
it was a little slow to start. I still think
It picked up, yeah.
the library of games I still think isn't as grand and expanded as, let's say, PS2 or that era.
Well, you're living
But-
up to quite a.
I know it was different
PS2,
times.
I still use that bad
But
one.
I'm really loving this generation now that I have all these consoles and games and. It's the first time in years, for many different reasons, that I'm really enjoying video games more than ever.
Honestly, I don't want to say because we happen to get out of the video game culture between now. We recently got back into it, but I feel as though it has picked up as recently. Of course, we were out of it on our own terms, but I feel like that we
were bystanders. We were looking,
Exactly. There was nothing that
from the
was
other
like,
side.
oh, this makes me want to get back into gaming.
Right.
And then over the course of the last year, there's been multiple releases where it's just like, okay, I need to at least get a PC or some kind of console because we're back at that point where games are. I feel like for a while there was a lull. And now games are kind of exciting again.
Yeah, I feel like they were taking a lot of the fun and challenge has really was being taken out of games, and now it's going back into it.
I feel like every game that came out was like I've played this in one way, shape, or form at some point. Like,
and
I'm
better.
Yeah, exactly.
You
So
know?
it's like, okay, well, this is a poor alternative.
Yeah.
And now we're actually seeing new titles that are challenging and they're
Yep.
varied in their quality.
And they look great.
They're fantastic.
We're getting the best of both worlds now.
They look fantastic and they play fantastic. I feel like at one point a couple years ago you'd be kind of sacrificing for one or the other. Now, look at The Witcher 3, for God's sakes. It looks fantastic and it plays great.
I'll tell you
Did
what.
you?
Well,
All right.
So I know you're going to ask
So let's,
what I'm playing.
What have we been playing?
I've been playing, nice.
That's
I've been
sorry.
playing, I just finished Dying Light. So I just beat Dying Light. Bought Dying Light, finished it. Took me about a week. The Witcher 3, I just literally started the intro.
You purchased this or how did
Purchased.
you okay.
So for my PS4, I got Dying Light, I got The Witcher 3, and I have Bloodborne. So I dabbled in all of them except for Dying Light, which I just beat all the way through. And I'm so excited for the expansion coming out next month. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah, there's a new one coming out for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's called The Following, and it's on the it's in like the backwaters of Haran, which is where Dying Light takes place. And just keep in mind, I realized Dying Light came out a long time ago in video game terms, but this is a game that I've been wanting to play since I first saw the initial trailer for it a few years ago. It didn't disappoint me. Comparing it to Dead Island, there's a few things that I feel like Dead Island did better. But Dying Light, I thought was a great step in a new, exciting, different direction for the series' spiritual successor.
I mean, they hooked me immediately after I heard all the parkour references
Dude,
and
it's
all the
fantastic.
references to
Oh, my
Mirror's Edge. And immediately I was like, oh, you got Mirror's Edge mechanics in a zombie game? Like, you've already got my
The
interest.
closest thing I played to a parkour game that wasn't, because Mirror's Edge you were much more of a fan of. I didn't really play
Yes.
much of Mirror's Edge. I played the demo of Mirror's Edge.
I think it was great for what it was.
Yeah,
I think
it was
that's
cool.
exactly
And
what it is.
Halo
Yeah, it
5
was
adding
cool.
Halo 5 adding parkour-esque
Yes.
clamber elements.
Yeah.
That was my first exposure to that kind of gameplay. So Dying Light took that to a whole nother level. Dying Light, it's one of the smoothest games I've ever had my hands on. As far
fluid-wise?
as far as movement goes, and it's incredible. I mean, the only thing that's a little clumsy is the shooting mechanics, but you're really not using guns that much.
It seems much more like a melee-based
Yeah,
game.
oh, totally is. But not even melee. You're really, that's the thing. You're really surviving. It really just feels like a survival
Like
game.
run from the threat 80% of the
Oh
time.
man, you run from the threat, dodge the threat. Try to.
That's what captivated me about Amnesia was the fact that you can't fight back. It was
Yeah.
that kind of game where it's like that to me was horror in its simplest form. where
Right,
it's like, you run. That's it. You
We've
run
had
and
this
hide.
discussion before.
Sure.
The difference between a game like that, like I like having a survival game like Resident Evil 1, where you have limited resources and you can still fight back. So you have the decisions to make. When are you going to attack? When are you going to flee? When are you just going to go around? So Dying Light, I thought it was really, really cool as far as that goes. The story, I mean, the thing I liked more about Dead Island was, and I'm comparing Dead Island for obvious reasons, but there was more more varied environments. Like you had the island, you had the city, and then you had the jungle.
Yeah.
Dying Light was a lot of the same environments. It really didn't vary too much.
I feel like all I've seen is that orange.
Yeah, the slums.
Yeah, kind of like sandy
and that's
environment.
That's why they're adding the expansion, which I all recommend you look at for next month because they're coming out with a lot of new footage for it. And that's going to be in a more open area. They're adding dune buggies. You actually drive.
Cool.
So it's going to be
Zombie dune
incredible.
buggies, baby.
And I liked how they gave the main character a voice. That's very hit or miss sometimes, and look
at the outrage Fallout 4 got for that.
Right. Well,
I hate it.
Well, I liked Fallout 4's voice actor, but see, I compare it more to BioShock 1 and BioShock Infinite.
comparison.
The way BioShock Infinite did the main character, I thought was decent. You kind of cared about him. You kind of saw his personality. He was
a
kind
very interesting
He was kind of run of the mill.
Yeah, Booker was.
He was kind of like cool guy, Nathan
It
Drake.
seemed like Uncharted,
Yeah,
like
but
kind
it's
of
same
just
voice
like
actor.
Your Just Cause, sure. But I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it's always like, athletic-looking brunette with
Right.
a chiseled jaw. Like
Yeah.
that's like, and he's got a
Yeah,
smooth
and he had hair
voice.
like this.
And he's got brown hair
Yeah,
that flips
and he had
back.
hair like
It's
that.
the same
Yeah.
model almost.
But yeah, in Dying Light, but I enjoyed what they did with this guy because first off, I think it's the same voice actor as Chris from Resident Evil 5. That same guy.
Really?
And I like that guy's voice, and I think it fits him for this scenario. So whenever I was playing, I just was imagining myself as Chris. I couldn't help but hear it.
yeah.
But it was the story itself, and this sounds like a mini review, but the story itself, it was a little, by the numbers. Wasn't anything fantastic. The characters weren't terrible, but they weren't super memorable. But the thing I liked what the main character did, his relationship to the main antagonist, I liked how they kind of played on the whole trope of, oh, I'm the eccentric villain who talks in metaphors and is all like,
self-aware.
like, show me your anger. And it was funny because the antagonist was just like that, and your character's like, just shut up already, stop
Yeah.
talking. Just literally, he literally
Like
said,
he's
just
trying
and then showed the hands on the screen, like, shut up, just shut up.
So like in first person.
Yeah, like you turned him like, just
That's great.
shut up. Yeah, so it was, I liked, I was engaged from the story. It wasn't the best story, but again, it was better than Dead Island story,
That's
which
it. That's
was
interesting.
garbage.
I've been reading a lot of because the year just started. There's a lot of predictions for trends that are going to happen in 2016 and 17. And one of the bigger ones were games that were going to be breaking the fourth wall. There's a lot of predictions from Giant Bombcast Crew, from from Kotaku, Polygon. These guys are kind of like one big trend we think we're going to see is like this Deadpool-esque
Why?
like games. I don't know. You never know.
It's a weird thing to
It's
predict.
interesting, but I don't necessarily disagree with them. I don't know if it's good or bad. That's besides the point. It's the fact that I could see that very much becoming a trend this year.
I don't. I see that's very
Yeah?
random. I don't see where
It
that.
is random.
Like the only thing that I can think would set that off is the Deadpool movie.
I think that will help with that. I think
Yeah.
that won't be like the primary cause or like
Which
the
we
only
think is gonna
cause.
have that.
Yeah, but it's going to have that for sure. They confirmed that it's going to be breaking the fourth wall out the ass.
Yeah.
Like,
Hope they don't do it
that
too
is
much,
Deadpool.
but-
Well, that's the one concern everyone has. Is the movie's gonna be great, but
Yeah.
even if Deadpool sucks, the one thing I give it to him is the marketing is fantastic.
I don't think it's gonna suck.
Because
I-
there's
I-
there's
I have hopes.
posters. The newest poster they advertise it as a romantic
it's a romantic
comedy.
comedy.
There's one that just shows.
Because it comes out on Valentine's Day, right?
Yep. There's one that has an emoji.
we gonna go?
Well, yeah, we're going.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
The
The
date-
Twitter account is following. It's a hot date. The Twitter account is following one person, and it's Hello Kitty. Like the official Deadpool account.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the newest poster that got released is literally an emoticon of a pool and then a piece of poop, and it's Deadpool, and then, or no, sorry, a dead person, a pool, and then an L. So it's like emojis, and I didn't get it. It took me like 20 minutes to get that it said Deadpool, and it's just like really, really good marketing. Like even if the movie sucks, I don't think it will. The marketing is fantastic.
So yeah, besides Dying Light, I mean that's really the only one I've had tons of time on. I'm still playing a lot of Halo.
I was gonna ask what so far has been your favorite title to play on the PlayStation. Yeah, I don't know how many you played.
I can't answer it yet, and this is the reason why.
so
First
far.
off, a lot of the games that I'm playing are more multi-platform, and the two games that I do have that are PS4 exclusive are Bloodborne. Oh wait, that's it. It's Bloodborne. Yeah, that's it. Bloodborne. I realized what I was getting into when I bought it. It's a game that I've also wanted since I first saw it.
You're committing some time.
Yes, it seems like a game with a pretty big learning curve, and I'm a seasoned. I consider myself a seasoned gamer here.
Bet.
Yeah, but this is my first Dark Souls-esque kind of game, but I'm not a stranger to hard games. So Bloodborne I picked up. I haven't played it again since I jumped back on Dying Light, and The Witcher 3. I can't give enough of an opinion or really say much because I literally just played it for under an hour, maybe the other night, for the first time since picking it up. But I will say this. From the moment that I saw the game boot up and it showed the first cinematic to, towards the end of the tutorial that I'm in, I see that I'm definitely onto something special here.
Oh, I mean,
I see what everybody's been raving about, and I haven't even cracked the surface yet.
I hope
I
that's
haven't,
the case.
and it looks incredible. Me putting so many hours into Fallout 4 and other RPGs, like this looks like it's going to be on a whole other level that I've never experienced before.
Fallout 4, it was interesting you brought that up because James, our friend of the show, recently purchased the game.
Really?
And,
I didn't expect him to get that.
It's his first Fallout ever. It's very interesting. This is the first person I've met that's playing Fallout 4 as their first Fallout, actually. So it's very interesting. At least people have played Fallout 3. Yeah, maybe not the best order to play it in, but I went over his house one time the other day, and he goes like, "I need help getting into the game." Like he was having, he couldn't like. And the thought to me was like, how? So he sat down and played 2 hours, and my first thought was like, just you're treating this as a shooter. Like you need to be treating this as an RPG where it's like you need to plan every attack, and he had no idea what the VAT system was.
Yeah.
Point is, hour and a half later, like I was like, James, I'm gonna go, and like he wouldn't even acknowledge me. He was so like
He's into it now.
captivated by
Oh,
the
he
game.
is into it
Oh
now.
yeah, I'm not gonna see him for
Good.
weeks.
Yeah,
but
'cause-
it was just interesting, just describing the different play style.
Yeah.
Immediately, he was like, oh, okay, so I can't just gun this guy down. I'm like, not all the time.
Right. Well, you can later on.
Yeah,
That's what I do
But I mean,
now.
like, once he got the power suit, he
Right.
was freaking
well,
out. He was like,
the beginning of the game was a really big challenge at Fallout 4. The beginning, I definitely had
such
some
a
heart
different
spots.
beginning. Like
Yeah,
the other, I mean, they give you
yeah.
a power suit. Spoilers. They give you a power suit so early on, like
'Cause
you
it's like
fight
your
Death
car.
Claw almost immediately, which is
Yeah.
very shot.
Yeah.
Not bad, but just
No, it's
super.
cool.
I had never experienced the game before that, so this is really interesting to see.
Yeah,
that kind of progression.
I've heard other opinions, and I've kind of thought about it myself about the beginning of Fallout 4. Some things I wish they did, but it's whatever. I exhausted Fallout 4, so now all I'm doing right now is waiting for the DLC.
Had I not
but-
known enough about it like I did just researching it, I would have been kind of concerned, I guess, having played that portion, because I'm like, wow, this is a very different, seems much more of an action-packed run and gun Fallout. That's what the beginning impression gave me, because it was so easy to get a power suit. It was like you immediately fought one of like the toughest creatures in the universe of Fallout. Like it just seemed, to me, like being like that purist. It was like I shouldn't be seeing a Death Claw till way in the game.
I mean,
but that's just from Fallout 3 in Vegas.
I had a lot less issue with Fallout 4 than a lot of people other did. I still
it was
see,
very different.
without treading old conversations.
Exactly.
But
You
but
hated it,
what
you liked it,
I'm
two
trying to
different-
say is Witcher 3. I'm excited to play big time here. Like
CD Projekt Red.
the characters have already so much life and they look good.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you see the meme going around of the director of that studio, of CD Projekt Red? It was like, you think it's tough, or do you think there's a toll being a president? And they showed like the picture of him during Witcher 1, picture of him during Witcher 2, like kind of looked old, and then
no.
Witcher 3, and he just looked like grandpa status.
Oh,
Like
no.
it was a bad picture. Obviously, it was like taken out of context, but it was
Yeah.
because it really just looked like, wow, this took a toll on this guy.
That's
like,
funny.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's like Sakurai from the Super Smash Bros. Series. He has gotten a lot of health-related issues from dedicating
Sure.
so much time to Super Smash Bros.
Monty, one of the animators for Rooster Teeth, was like, dude, supplemented with some of his work was what made him go over the edge, health-wise.
Yeah.
But wrapping up what we've been playing, I've been playing Rocket League. I finally got my hands on.
Cool.
Really fun.
Yeah.
I don't like sports games usually besides FIFA. I'm terrible at driving car games, especially mouse and keyboard. Like there's a meme that goes around and it perfectly like encaptures like what this game is, and it's like I logged in, some guy destroyed me for 30 minutes. Logged out, and it was one of the most pleasant online gaming experiences I've ever had. Like even when you lose in that game, it's fun because just getting a shot or getting that right goal is such a rarity if you're like a new player, and it's just can't recommend it enough.
Oh my
It's got
God.
cross-platform play with PS4, so you really should get it. I
Got-
think James is gonna be getting that.
There's
as
a game
well.
I didn't talk about yet, but
And
keep going.
fantastic,
Yeah.
but it's cross-compatible with PlayStation 4. It's part of the reason why I picked it up because cross-platform play is something I'm hoping will become much more popular in 2016, 2017.
Yeah, I hope so.
It's not gonna likely because of console wars and all that crap with money, but it's something I've been looking forward to, and to have that. PS4 seems to be on their game as far as cross-compatible goes. They're the
Yeah.
only service besides PC that really offers that right now. Xbox, I don't think there's one cross-compatible game available right now for that, which is interesting.
So that's all you've been playing right now is Rocket League?
Rocket League, back to Left 4 Dead 2 after downloading so many mods. Just
Yeah.
now all my characters are anime. When I fire, confetti goes everywhere, and half the zombies are Minecraft characters. Like, I forgot what game I'm playing at this point.
So thanks to my cousin and our ability to share games on Xbox One because
Yes.
whatever he buys, I get and vice versa, I got to check out a game that I never thought I would pick up. And I didn't think I would get the feels that I felt from playing this that I did plus 10 years ago. And this is Rainbow
Okay.
Six Siege.
Rainbow
Six Siege.
Yeah, you played it a little bit then.
I played a lot of it.
I played the beta a bunch when it came out.
Yeah, I heard it
Yeah.
has changed a lot from the beta. I've not played
It
the beta.
has. I got to hop on one match through some generous person weekend deal with. That's a BDPC. Every once in a while on a weekend, they'll give you a AAA title to play just for free on the weekend.
that's cool.
Oh, it's great. So I got to play Siege for like a couple hours.
Siege to me, it in no way takes place of my main shooter, as you know from Halo.
Yes.
But it was nice playing a Rainbow Six game that still felt like it had the tactical side of it.
this is all it's about.
I know, but that's been missing since Rainbow Six 3 and Black Arrow back in the day. You know, I remember we talked a little bit about you were talking about lockdown and in Vegas and stuff like that. Well,
Yeah, we had that.
I didn't play Siege when we were talking about that. So Siege, I didn't have high hopes for. I'm not too much into Ubisoft Tom Clancy games anymore. They really haven't done it for me in the past few years for a while.
Look what they did to
Vegas.
Splinter Cell, for God's sake.
Yeah, so
Butchered it.
it was very nice seeing them do something with Siege. I mean, it looks like there was very much work put into the structure and the design of how the game plays on a very tactical level. It's really based around tactics. It's the same way Halo 5, they were really trying to focus on competitive play.
I know we were saying that it's
So-
different playing the game than watching it on Twitch, but that is arguably my most viewed thing on Twitch is Rainbow Six Siege.
It's awesome.
It's just so much. When you watch a good player, it's incredible fun to watch.
It is really cool.
It's so much fun to watch.
It feels good. Even Terrorist Hunt, it has that old feeling of it kicks your ass, and you
It's that
really
turn
really
the corner at like that close quarters combat.
Yeah.
Like they've really nailed it with that game. Like that's what it is. That's the game.
But the point I'm trying to get at here is that before even Halo 2 came out, I played a crap ton of Rainbow Six 3 and Black Arrow. That was my game. I had a clan, we did clan matches on like Game Battles, whatever website was around.
Game Battles.
And, yeah, whatever
Oh my
website it
God.
was, whatever website it was at the
Yeah.
time.
No, it's
And-
Game Battles.
And the most fun I've had on a shooter at that time was Rainbow Six 3, and then Halo came out, and then my love for Halo grew since Halo 2. But it was the first time I felt like Rainbow Six has felt like Rainbow Six. And that is something I never thought would
Going
come back.
home. Really, is it that similar to Black Arrow and everything?
Yeah,
I never played those earlier.
As far as tactics go and needing to make sure that you don't slip up, absolutely. Every shot counts. It's not like Vegas, where I feel like Vegas was just a running gun, more almost like a slow Call of Duty. You know?
And
I didn't hate
Different
Vegas.
style. It had a different style too.
Yeah,
it was much
but
more. Check it out! You're rappelling from a helicopter.
Right, just look at all these cool SWAT-like things I can do. Like,
yeah. I think that's the idea they're trying to get across.
Yeah.
It was two totally different Rainbow Sixes.
So I see a resurgence of Tom Clancy games because not just Siege, but The Division. As you guys know or not know, I played the alpha
Briefly, yeah.
Yeah, not too long ago, and I liked it. I thought it was cool. So what's up, Philly? So
Sup? I remember
the
you. I think you've been here before. What's happening, buddy?
the Division I'm looking forward to as well, and I have friends that are going to pick that up too. So I'm if this is a trend that Tom Clancy are actually going to be pretty damn good, then I'm all for it.
I
Because
mean-
they were solid. They used to be solid. They were great. They were one of the reasons to play video games sometimes. You know?
Absolutely. Wait until Ghost Recon Wild. Oh my God!
How did I
Wildlands
forget
so
about that?
Good.
I totally
Dude,
forgot.
you just blew my
Oh,
mind.
you're right. No, you're
oh my
right.
God!
I totally forgot
He
about
is
that.
so. Oh my God!
Right?
How
How did we
good does
forget
that game look?
It
That
looks
went
amazing.
way under
The
my
trailer
radar.
was incredible too. The
Oh
whole
my
style
God!
of
That's
it.
one of the best trailers. Like
It was.
that game gave me goosebumps on a level I can't even comprehend.
And if that's really good, all they need to do is bring Splinter Cell back.
Man.
And then they will be on top again.
Oh,
as far
dude,
as, you know,
their whole, like,
integrity and gameplay goes.
Just the concept of Wildlands that you're like against the Mexican drug cartel,
Yeah.
and it's choose your missions in advance, and you can choose the way you go up. Oh my God, it looks so good. Thank you so much for bringing that up. Completely forgot about Wildlands.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring up a game that I actually got. I got 1 day of early testing, and then hopefully they're going to give it to me later this week again.
Okay.
And it goes open. It's a new MOBA, multiplayer online battle arena from Epic Games, the guys that made Gears of War.
Oh, I know what
And
you're
it's called
saying.
Paragon.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you've seen any trailers.
Saw an
for
advertisement for
it.
it.
It looks great, and after playing a day of it, it is pretty damn interesting.
Yeah?
I've played a little bit of each MOBA. I played a decent amount of hours in League of Legends. Never really touched Dota 2. But the beauty of it is it's a trifecta combo between League of Legends as far as like MOBA, Smite, because Smite
gonna
is
play
different
Smite.
because if you don't like MOBAs, Smite's a great game to get into
gotta
because
play
it
it.
puts
It's
you
free, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts you in a third-person perspective, and it's much more about controlling yourself rather than the other things around you.
It's first person?
No, it's third person.
Oh.
But whereas like League of Legends and Dota is point and click,
Right.
this is much more you actually control.
You're more of a
WSAD.
general in those games.
Yes, it's much
Right.
more of like a shooter-based kind of thing, and then combine that with a shooter game. This is what Paragon is, and it's really, really interesting. I love it so far, and it's. I've played a decent amount of Smite, which is super interesting because Smite's such a unique game, like especially coming from a
been
different
told to
MOBA,
play it.
like League of Legends. It's great, free if you have access to it. I highly recommend it, and it's such a perfect blend between a shooter and a MOBA, which I didn't think was going to happen.
Halo did like kind of
They dipped their toes in it, yeah, and I think that was smart of them because it's like
And
there's
it
a
works.
reason.
It works pretty
There's
well.
a reason why no one's actually like taken the leap and done like
Yeah.
a run and gun MOBA style because all of them are so like magic based or with League of Legends and Dota.
Right.
Anyway, I wanted to bring it up. Hopefully I get some more time with it in the next couple of days because I signed up for like the closed beta and then they'll open up to I think doing a paid early access.
Yeah.
Which I'll absolutely get into. This game I'm just calling it now will be one of the more in 2016, especially 2017, one of the most popular competitive esports games, hands down.
See-
Smite just blew up, but I guarantee you, this is going to be one of the most popular competitive games, and in the long run, one of the highest paying games. Because it pleases so many people.
Thing with Paragon, from what I saw, it looked very, by the numbers plain. But now that I know it's a MOBA, I didn't know that. That interests me now.
That's what,
Yeah.
take it as a shooter, okay, it's whatever, we've seen it before, but
Yeah.
put it in a MOBA style game. What I think is going to be so beautiful about it is League of Legends is the most popular esports game in the world right now. But the only problem is not only is the learning curve horrendous for people wanting to play it, but it's also one of the hardest games to watch unless you know what's happening. And to figure out what's happening takes, I've been trying to figure it out myself for a year, and I'm still like figuring out what's happening on screen at once. So that kind of hurts it as an esport because it's much less popular to watch unless you know what's going on. That's the beauty of Paragon is that it has all the complexities of a MOBA like League of Legends, but it's also, you can follow what's happening even if you don't know specifically that this character does that, and this is a big deal because this character has this power, and it's a big deal that this guy did this because now he can counteract with this one. That's what League of Legends is. You have to know what each character does in order to like understand the gravity of the situation. But this is just much more, it's complex, so it's going to be tons of depth for those hardcore gamers and competitive scene, but it's also fun to watch, and that's huge for esports.
Well, you just talking about it has made me interested. You know,
yeah,
because like
and
there's all
it's
these
a big
titles
year.
coming out that
2016 TBS will be airing Counter-Strike Go professional matches at night.
TBS
during the weekdays from now on. Yeah.
TBS.
There's a whole bunch of deals being signed. There's a whole new esports competitive
TBS.
North America league being formed. Esports have been predicted to be a $1.2 billion franchise by the end of 2017.
Oh man, I gotta start practicing.
Like Dr. Pepper, the only people they sponsor sports-wise are esports players. Yeah.
That's
T-Squared
incredible.
from Halo, bro. You remember T-Squared?
Oh my God! What from the he was on the Spike TV show, right?
Man, look, I think that COD Battlefield 3 is a joke. Here is why. It's like Advanced Warfare and Battlefield 3 had a baby. Battlefield 2. Yeah, well, not a huge Call of Duty scene. Again, I played Black Ops, the most recent one, and it was really fun. The Twitch functionality, I've said multiple times.
Wait, what is Philly asking?
He said, man, I think that Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is a joke, or I think he's saying Black Ops 2 is a joke. Mm-hmm. I got to play a little bit of Black Ops 3, and it was interesting. Again,
I own it, and I don't even play it.
Not a big Call of Duty guy.
I didn't pay for it.
Not my particular scene.
I didn't steal it either.
But from what I heard, that like Advanced Warfare was a much better multiplayer experience than the previous title, adding the jetpacks. I think a lot of like the augmentations they have in Black Ops 3, like I said multiple times, the Twitch functionality, you know, so subtle. It's just like you get to rewind time by like 2 seconds. But again, used in the right spot, that's amazing.
One thing before we go on to topics, because I know we had so much to talk about.
Go.
Something, yeah. I
Commercial too.
As you know,
yes.
I love building stuff in Forge, especially Resident Evil stuff.
Oh, have you?
I started the map.
Oh my God.
I started the Forge map in Halo 5.
Jeez.
I'm remaking the mansion from Resident Evil 1 again, except with a better, more improved Forge. And I'm doing it, and I barely, got stuff done. It's still in its early stages. But dude, just exploring Forge and its effects.
I'm so excited to see what you're gonna, because again, I got to play the original one that you had made, and it was amazing for what it was. It was amazing.
I've squeezed out every bit of creativity I could have possibly had in a Reach map, in a Halo Reach Forge map.
Honestly, did.
There's only so much you could do, and I squeezed that. So I'm looking at the effects now that they have for Halo 5, because I've finally been able to actually look into Forge, because I'm playing Warzone so much, and oh my God, dude! I could make
just the functionalities you've been telling me.
The lighting, the sound effects. You could change the lights to flicker.
The sound effects are gonna be huge.
You could change. Listen, you could change the lights to flicker. So you could change the kind of light, candlelight. You can make strobes. You can make it like so, like stuff. You can make lightning.
Can they swing like
Yeah, you can change. You can change how it moves. How cool is that? It's dynamic lighting.
Because again, the mansion you built, like again, I will say it was beyond impressive. But it's like you built it, and now you weren't able to fill it with things. Like it was like that was the structure. You made the walls and everything, but now you're actually able to fill it with dynamic.
Yes.
Like,
and I'm telling you right now, I think it's actually gonna be scary to play on.
That's what you hope for.
Because
right?
it's no, like I could definitely create a great atmosphere. So in the coming months, hopefully I'll show you guys maybe.
We'll advertise the crap
progress.
Out of this. Stream it.
Yeah, maybe I'll stream it. That's not a bad idea.
You can do that in creative tab probably too, actually, because it's a building thing.
That's not a bad idea.
It's like Advanced War and Battlefield. That's how I feel about Call of Duty games. It's like the next Call of Duty comes out, and I'm like, okay, like is it anything new? Really? Is it? Like, the same thing with Assassin's Creed.
I wish I could comment.
I'm so happy really Assassin's Creed they're taking a year. But I guarantee you, like a year from now, they're gonna be like, all right, we took a year off. Now here's a 3-pack of games coming out at once, and it's just like, good God.
But I'm just saying it right here. My hopes, and we'll move on. My hopes for this map is that, so as we know, or maybe you don't know this, there's no infection in Halo 5. They took out infection.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can build that.
No, you can't. It's back to Halo 2 style, where you need to do honor rules. You need to watch those bastards that are gonna. Yeah. So, but here's the thing. They added horror-esque elements to Forge. They added sound effects and lighting that are made for horror.
But why would you get rid of it?
This is why.
Okay.
I think what 343 is doing, they're kind of being a little shifty about it. I think they're slowly re-releasing things that we've already had in Halo before.
Oh, those sons of bees.
Yes, but there might be a bright side. I'm being optimistic. What I think they might be doing is that they're behind the scenes. I think they're looking for ways where they can improve it. so that way they could release it the way they want to have
If
it.
they're going to charge you for it, that's
No,
what I'm gonna ask.
no, everything's free.
All right, that's fine.
Everything's
That's
free in
fine.
Halo 5.
That's fine. That's fine. You know me.
So
I don't
what I'm
like
hoping to
me.
do, no,
don't
I
like
know.
that shit.
What I'm hoping to do
Ah, dang it.
is finish the. I know.
Ah.
Good job. I almost didn't.
What time is it? 7:30?
Yeah,
Mark it down.
7:30.
I'm
So-
not going to bleep it.
Halo.
So I'm not going to do it.
F that. Halo 5.
I know, it's
Halo
screw
5
it.
is going to add infection eventually, I think.
Okay.
So if I had this map out in time, instead of making it 2 years too late when the game is already pretty much done and you know I missed out on all the cool contests, I'm aiming for this map for infection from for Halo 5 to make it into the actual rotation if they do come out with infection when they come out with infection, because there's a huge infection community that I'm not even really a part of in Halo. So I am super excited to see what people are going to get out of this map, because it's going to be damn good. You can't see the map just yet, but if you want to see what I did in Halo Reach, which is going to be what you see in Reach, except way better every way, aesthetically, size. Search on YouTube Halo Reach.
I'm going to write the link on YouTube. Do you know what the
Halo
title was?
It's what?
Do you know what the title was of the video?
Just search Halo Reach Spencer Mansion. Halo Reach Spencer Mansion.
I'm going to find the link right now.
And it's the first link, and
post a link for
it's
you.
got like 30,000 views on it, whatever the hell it is. And I'm not trying to sound like that. But
Well, you told me when you made it, you're internet famous.
Well, this map, it got on a lot of gaming sites.
No, I'm not saying you
Dude,
weren't.
the official
I just came over, you're like, I think I'm internet famous. I was just like,
Capcom shared it. Capcom shared it.
Yeah, I'm not-
I was
saying
on
you're not.
even BS ones. I'm sorry, I don't want to say BS
BS
because
ones.
they
Come
might
on,
be,
man.
MTV,
hey.
gaming blogs, all that kind of stuff.
38,000. Don't cut yourself short.
38,000.
You're close to 40,000.
Yeah.
Someone's fancy indeed, Eric. Yeah, I'm going to post the link
I
at the
can't
bottom.
hear Eric, so.
He said you're fancy. Yeah, that's the link right there. Oh, we found it already. Yeah, dude, seriously.
cool.
Is it the video where it has the guy walk up the staircase and then
Blood.
nope out of there?
Blood.
Yeah, that was...
Oh, no, that, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
There's a
listen,
scene.
stick to the end of that video because there's a clip that we had during the beta of that map.
That's a perfectly embodies what that map
and
was.
that was not planned. That actually happened during gameplay.
I think that's what you were saying
So-
about the map being scary now. You'll actually be able to make it scary. With the
my
other
God.
Spencers mentioned, the fear kind of came as a result of you playing with other people, like that. Those moments like that. Whereas now, it sounds as though when you're done, I'll be able to just walk through it by myself, like in a server by myself, and still be a little freaked out.
You might
even knowing.
you might be a little creeped out because of the sound effects, but
That's what I mean.
but what's going to make it is that
Wasn't creeped out walking around.
I think a disadvantage that infection players had when they were zombies in Halo Reach was that the maps weren't really atmospheric and intimidating enough. So if you're in an environment that's actually scary or horror themed, it makes your enemies that much more threatening, I think. You know,
Yeah.
so
Well, yeah, that's
so
yeah.
so because the whole balancing thing between infection, between zombies and human survivors, that's always the hardest part. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's always weird playing the infection mode and then having this like incredibly well-lit outdoor like daylight environment. You're like, this is it's nerve-wracking having the guy chase you, but at the same time you're not actually afraid.
No,
you're
not
just
at
tense.
all. No, and what we're gonna do after I build this map, me and my friend Yama, who's another avid Biohazard Resident Evil fan, we're gonna attempt making the Resident Evil 2 police department.
Yeah, that's one of my
So
favorites.
and that's gonna be new for me. I haven't done that yet. So
I told you I downloaded it in Left 4 Dead 2. I had brought it
Yeah.
up a while ago.
Yeah.
I actually found it. The Left 4 Dead 2
Awesome.
map that had it's so much fun.
But we're not just gonna do the police department.
We're
gonna
not stopping there.
we're I don't know if you played Resident Evil 2, but we're gonna do from the beginning of it all the way to the police department.
Yeah.
So you actually need to walk
That's
to
awesome.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Philly. Send us your info, man, or the Steam account. I think I'm Coyote Tango on Steam, and we'd love to play with you. We're gonna need a bunch of people to test the map out, obviously.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while, maybe a couple
yeah, for
months.
sure.
I mean, again, I'm busy right now. I'm working a lot more.
No,
and,
that's fine. Because
you know.
John recently talked to he's revitalizing the whole Chainsaw page and everything with we're producing new content.
Clancy?
And everything. Yep. And
he's back on board?
Yeah, he's back on board.
Yeah!
And we're going to be forming a Steam group in the near future. So that's a great way for everyone to keep track of what we're playing and everything and how you can be a part of it, even for games that are console-based. You know, you can enter the
sick.
information there.
Let's Plays?
Yeah, he wants to push in that
man.
direction more. We're going to have
cool.
some film aspect things coming in there as well.
Awesome.
We're going to get a bunch of different people, hopefully, doing a bunch of different things, uploading their own
Let's get
content.
EJ.
It's going to be a collective
Yeah.
of people with their own
Let's do
series,
it.
basically, uploading on
this
their own
is exciting.
time. Yeah, it's going to be
So
cool.
exciting.
Yeah, dude, so we're going to need people like that, and obviously we'll do more. Hopefully, I want to start a second game talk show. with more specific topics. But everything's up in the air right now. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. Lots more to talk about, including the Oculus Rift, Psychonauts 2, which I'm super pumped about, and a few other things from CESD 2016, some really cool technology. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Stay with us.
Rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
Who?
Alan Rickman.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, this is Chris Les Jake, and if Inravio.com spots you at an event wearing this bracelet, they will give you $100.
This is Joe Larson. You should check out the 505 on Racing Show live every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or catch us on video on demand anytime, 24/7, only on the Inravio TV network.
Village Music Shop of Mastic. 1-800-HEY-DUDE, your full-service store with personalized attention, school band instrument rentals and sales, music instruction on all instruments for all styles and age groups, for guitars, drums, amplifiers, PA systems, and accessories. It's Village Music Shop, 1495 Montauk Highway in Mastic. Call 1-800-HEY-DUDE or go to villagemusicshop.com. For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit HansonCarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered.
Hey, we're back live. Oh, the monitor isn't open. That's why I'm confused. Hey, so to continue, we're back. It is 7:37. We're talking about games, movies, technology, all that fun stuff. Coming to you live right now from Studio C in lovely Mastic, New York. I wanted to talk about the Oculus Rift. A lot of things have been posted about it recently. I like to do a little VR update here on VER.
600 smackers.
The Oculus Rift has officially been priced as $600. That is not including the PC you also need to run it, which will max you out. Basically, combined with a high-end PC that is just barely enough to run it, you're looking at about $1,500. If you don't own a PC, if you don't own an Oculus Rift. Now, go ahead.
This was expected.
This was expected. The CEO, Palmer Luckey, he's full-on admitted that he worded it very poorly when he announced this because people were like, what's the price going to be, $300? And he said, in the realm of $300. And he has since admitted that was a poor way of putting it because it was a poor way of putting it. So its price is $600. It'll be first shipment to pre-orders March 28th of this year. And a lot of people are now kind of waiting. Well, now I'm going to hold back and see what the Vive costs or what the Micros HoloLens. Before you even get into it, it is all going to be expensive. Virtual reality in 2016 is not going to be cheap. If you're going to play it, you're going to be going to a rich friend's house or a rich friend's house, someone that owns it, unless you're willing to put that money in.
You know,
which is fine.
The PS3 was $600 when it first came out, which is incredibly ridiculous to me now. Look back at it.
Exactly. It's an extremely large amount of money, and it's daunting, especially since you need to have a high-end PC. People are assuming the Oculus is a standalone device. It's not. You need to have a PC to run it, obviously, everything that capable. And then they've admitted several times that there were ways of going around this to a cheaper model, but they wanted the most high-end components in this device as possible. And with virtual reality, if you're spending that much money, you spend the extra $100 and you get those quality components. The Oculus Rift is going to ship beautifully. So much so that this game, this is an incredibly expensive machine. The Oculus Rift, Palmer Luckey has already stated, they don't get any income from the Oculus Rift. They make no profit off it.
Sony said the same thing about PS3.
Exactly. They're not going to for a while because it's an investment. You know, they're making their money and their livings right now off of investments from other people and promotions and everything like that. So if it was $250, $300, I might. Yes, that's going to be much more realistic price in the future. Obviously, it's the first year of VR, but people need to know that the PSVR, the Vive, this is all going to be expensive. If you go into this thinking that the Oculus Rift is the most expensive device and you're going to find a cheaper alternative, you're going to be really disappointed.
Well, I mean, Sony does have something coming out, don't they?
The PSVR, that's not going to be cheap either. I forget what the price was. I think they announced it, but it was in the same exact realm as the Oculus. And then again, you need $400, but you still need a PlayStation 4. And then again, the Oculus has slightly better technology and a much more open-ended system for games.
And is it still owned by Facebook, the company?
Yes. Yes, technically it is still a subsidiary of Facebook, which is, you know, but I mean, the Vive is going to cost, they have no official release date or price for it, but it's going to be costing more than the Oculus Rift. It's already been established. It's got multiple in-room cameras. You're going to need, like, basically a whole room dedicated to virtual reality. Something that's not going to be common in 2016. This is going to be a 2017 thing. Philly says it's all about supply and demand. Yeah, exactly. The pre-orders are already maxed out. People are going to be buying this. Oculus is going to be a success. It's going to depend on basically what headset you want for what purpose. Oculus has already stated it's going to be a gaming headset, but at the same time, it's going to be very much focused towards social experience as well. Hence, porn! They've already started on it, man. They've already got like a whole community hub for porn for Oculus.
Dead or alive.
Whereas Vive is going to be much more orientated towards gamers and everything. But again, you're going to be paying more money for that. You need cameras set up in your corners so that it can do like positional tracking and everything. And I don't see this as a negative, the price of everything. I mean, look back what home entertainment consoles, back when they first came out, how much did those cost? Like with inflation, roughly around like $600, $700. And what did you do at those times? You didn't have the money usually to go for those home consoles, so where did you go? You went to arcades. So basically, virtual reality is ushering in a new dawn of arcades. That's what the next 2016, 2017, 2018 is going to be. There's already one in Utah where they built an entire warehouse full of walls and everything.
I never thought of it like this.
They're all grayscale. And you have a portable Oculus Rift attached to your back with wirelessly and guns.
Oh my God, you're right.
They took, the developers mapped an entire map customized based on this warehouse. So that gray wall in front of you is a physical wall in the game, but instead of just being this gray blank wall, it's covered in moss, and you're in like downtown Italy or some crap.
Dude, I would have never.
It's all live mapped.
I'm so happy you're connecting these two things because I would have never have. I mean, I didn't even think of it. That's for arcades to come back. Because if there's any time to come back and actually go somewhere and hang out with people at an arcade, it's for VR.
People don't have the money to buy these systems.
Yeah.
They don't have the room to set up the cameras. They don't have the
such
utilities,
a great
the assets to do this. And
Wow.
that's the exact scenario we were in when, you know, the first home generation consoles came out. I'd go to an arcade now just to play like Time Crisis because I love arcades. But like imagine when the virtual reality, I mean, look at it. Like you got the giant pads that play Fruit Ninja and everything like that. It's all generational. It all repeats itself more or less. So we're going to be seeing so the price doesn't deter me from virtual reality. In fact, it makes me a little more excited because the VR experience is to me it's going to be much more social than anything as well. So I think having it in an arcade and having those interactions between people, seeing someone in virtual reality and being like, dude, like we can high five. But you know, we're in a virtual world. It's that's why I bring up VR every time because it excites the hell out of me.
Let's do it. Let's open up an arcade.
We're gonna open up an arcade.
A chain.
We're gonna open an arcade chain. First one in New York.
Good food and you
Right?
know, games
Good.
and everything. So I wouldn't have to leave.
Yeah. There'll be a curtain in the back where you can go to the dirty section of the VR, just like you would go to like in a movie rental place. Like, oh, you go behind the curtain of Chicken Video and it's got the dirty movies. Where that's where you go for the virtual reality machines. Where, yeah. Oh my God, could you imagine how gross that section would be though?
No.
Basically, those are the prices. I know a lot of people have been talking about online about the cheaper alternatives. They're not going to be. 2017 will probably see much more like honed down prices for these things. But again, look what the Oculus Rift gives you when it comes out. You get the headset, you get all the attachments, and it comes with a customized Xbox One controller. Like that's in the box with you. They make no money off of this. So price-wise, everyone's saying it's ridiculous. That's not surprising to me at all.
No, I expected this.
So just wanted to bring that up before anyone got themselves pissed off. But yeah, I'm excited for arcades, man. I've been looking to go to one for a long time, so it's gonna be fun.
Jeez, I would have never. Again, we talked about how cool would it be just be able to go to arcades and.
Yeah.
I mean, like modern, up-to-date arcades.
Yeah, yeah. Of
I'm not
course.
playing. I mean, use Time Crisis is fun, but I don't want to play just Time Crisis.
That's just one of my favorite.
You know, or LA Machine
Oh
Gun.
my god, the game hurts when you're done with it. That's how great it is.
Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi is a good one. Yeah. But yeah, there's one in Utah where they already have that. All the walls, there's fake trees set up in the studio, and it looks just gray. But you put the headset on, the tree looks amazing, and the leaves are blowing and stuff. And it's like a mix between VR and augmented reality. Super interesting stuff. Psychonauts 2 was announced, and it's reached its crowdfunding goal. Just wanted to bring that up. Good job, Tim Schafer. Love Psychonauts 1.
Have you
Super
played Broken
excited.
Age?
I have not played Broken Age.
I haven't played Broken Age. All I know is that there was a lot of controversy surrounding the whole funding of that because it took so long or something like that.
Interesting.
You
I
know,
heard good things about it.
This is one of those stories I'm not going to talk about too much because I really don't know the whole story, but I'm excited for Psychonauts 2, mainly because this is something that we thought would never happen.
Yeah. I mean, wow, Philly, you brought up a good point. If I'm not mistaken, they reached their crowdfunding goal for the Dreamcast 2, if I'm not mistaken. There's a company wanting to produce the Dreamcast 2.
I heard something like that. I don't know. I didn't
How
look
cool would it be if
into it.
Psychonauts 2 released on the Dreamcast 2?
know.
How cool would that? Like, what year is this?
I don't know.
You know?
I don't know.
Like, imagine the new
I need to
Shenmue
look
game.
more into that. What?
What if the new Shenmue game came out on Dreamcast 2? How cool would that be?
Yeah, that's gonna be multi-platform.
Oh, but imagine it
That's
got
gonna be
packaged
multi-platform.
with a Dreamcast, like a console bundle with Shenmue. That'd be great. That'd
Yeah.
guarantee sales right there
Yeah,
for both
but
things.
it's definitely not gonna happen like that.
Oh man, I would buy the Dreamcast 2 in an instant. I love Dreamcast. Ah, it's so good.
See, I know
It was ahead of
people.
its time.
I know people that had a Dreamcast and loved it to death.
That is so good.
A friend of mine says it's the best console he ever had, and PS4 is the closest thing he's ever had to that quality.
Yeah, dude.
But you know,
It's nuts.
I guess you know, I have no attachment to that brand name or anything right now. So I feel like I really don't understand so much what made the Dreamcast so great, other than it being very fresh as far as some of its features.
I think admittedly a lot
and
of it
game
is
lineup.
like nostalgia, just because the
Yeah.
lineup of games it had was so unique. I think like the exclusives they had
It
for
had a- it had a-
Dreamcast were so cool.
Yeah.
Like, BMX XXX.
That was on Dreamcast? No,
Yeah.
that wasn't on Dreamcast.
It
Was
was
it?
actually came out for the Xbox.
God, yeah, and then it came out for Xbox. Oh my
That was on
God.
GameCube. That was on GameCube
That
too.
game was
I saw
great.
that game at Blockbuster, and I would
Oh
always
my God.
eyeball it. And I'm like, do I want to try this? I'm like, and I
was-
was you know, horny freaking
Yeah,
14-year-old.
right. Polygons. Yeah.
Yeah.
That game, and I don't know if like State of Emergency for the original Xbox.
State of Emergency.
Whoa,
Yeah, you
that
like-
was a good game.
You were a gang, like
that
a
was
gang member or
gory
something?
as anything.
You like went into malls
was
and
so
just like shot
violent.
places up. It
second one
was
sucked
screwed
for
up.
It was way
I never
worse
played
than
the second one.
GTA.
Oh yeah, people were like, I played Manhunt. I'm like, you think Manhunt's bad? Like, play State of Emergency.
was screwed up. That
Philly,
was
thank you
fun
for the
as hell.
follow, my friend. Ah!
Nice job.
Did it.
It didn't even go.
I heard. Thank you for the follow.
It's like it hit like a pressure point.
All right. We got a couple minutes left. I want to talk. CESD wrapped up 2016. Awesome event. You're gonna get like the most advanced of the advanced technologies and everything. A few things here I want to bring up. We're gonna go one by one because I got the list from Eric right here. So the first ones I wanted to bring up were the Doppler Labs Bluetooth headphones. All right. Now do you have a picture of that?
I don't have a picture.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Basically, these are
leave it for
active listening headphones that record what's happening in the outside and allow you to manipulate audio into your ear. So basically, you can like choose, for example, choose frequencies and cancel those out without canceling anything out. So let's say you're in a subway station and you hate the screeching. You can program high frequencies of that out and hear everything but the railroad scratch screeching.
It's ridiculous.
You can add echo and reverb in real time to all the environments out there. So basically, it's active listening headphones that distort audio while you have them in the ear.
I feel like I've heard of this before.
I think it's new technology, but
Yeah.
it's like I think these are the first Bluetooth headsets that do it. But I've heard of it before. That prior.
And they're adding Wi-Fi too.
Do either of
to
you
the
have an
subways.
Xbox One? Yes, Frankie owns an
I do.
Xbox.
Yep.
That was his first. Oh, good question. How does it stack up? You've only played PS4 a little bit, but how does it stack up in comparison to Xbox One?
Great question.
Do you like that better? I like the
PS4,
controllers better than PS PlayStation.
You know, the Xbox One just recently had its dashboard update.
Oh yeah, big one.
Yeah, and it's better. It's definitely better. It took me a little while to get used to again, but it was better than what we had before. I thought the last one was very clunky, and it felt super last gen. It was like even worse than the last 360 dashboard. So what I like about PS4 as a console so far, I like it almost has like a class to it. Like when you boot it up and look at it, it's very clean. And
the interface is really
the interface is very clean.
The UI
but
is super pleasant.
And I think this is just Sony's PlayStation charm. PlayStation has a very unique feel. From the original PlayStation PSX boot up sound and look and menu to PS2's menu, I mean, they can't beat. I feel like nobody can beat Sony's dashboards, their menus. So that right away is a huge plus. It just feels more like a mature console to me.
It's interesting.
If that makes any sense.
No, it does.
Yeah, it feels great in that way. Like I don't feel like I'm being sold something like right and left.
Yeah, Philly, just whisper us your name, or you can post it if you don't care what people see. But otherwise, you can whisper it to us privately.
Yeah.
Hit us up, and then we have a Steam account as well. That's interesting. I felt the same. I love the
Jitsu G.
animated...
If you I don't care.
Jitsu G.
Jitsu G. Jitsu.
You don't care. I'll just post
space
it.
G.
It's a space.
Space G.
You can do spaces in game tags.
On Xbox One, yeah.
So that's correct.
Yes, the future.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, PS4.
I thought you had to do an underscore or something.
No, PS4 is it's no underscore, no space.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that's really all I have to say. I mean, I feel like I like PS4 more as a console, but sadly I don't have as many friends on PS4 right now that are actively playing.
You got James.
That's true.
I think one of the winning factors for me was that you can download animated backgrounds to your PlayStation 4 as well. So James has one that's just Darth Vader and it's constantly going.
I have Resident Evil 0.
But there's one that is just video of bacon sizzling, and you can just hear the bacon sizzling. No, for people who like bacon, Frankie, it's mind-altering.
There was a video I just saw, and
All right.
it's making fun of people that go crazy about bacon. Like bacon's almost like a comedy thing now. Like bacon, look at bacon.
KBC says, I swear you guys were on the Undateables last night. All right, well, screw you.
What's the
If that's
Undateables?
I have no idea. I'm just assuming it's an insult.
I don't know.
A reality show about people that are undateable.
Maybe it's not. Maybe we're
It's ironic?
Maybe we're the people.
Maybe we're the guys choosing the girls and
Who's
the girls are
undateable?
undateable. I highly doubt that.
Yeah.
But either way, fudge you.
What was I saying? No. It's cool like when you're not putting bacon up as your background. But I used.
If you like bacon.
I like bacon too, but come on, stop jerking off to it. I had Resident Evil 0 as my background. So, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the exclusives of PS4 more than anything. Like I have Bloodborne, which I haven't really gotten much into, but yeah, I don't know. Like I think maybe if I had everything I had on Xbox One that I built up to over the past 6 months on PS4, such as the people I've met and the the games I have, then maybe I'd play PS4 more right now. But I'm looking forward to the new Final Fantasy. I'm looking forward to hopefully Final Fantasy 7 if they do it right. So I think that's just going to happen over time. Like I almost feel like I got a PS4 too early before maybe there was some kind of deal.
Yeah.
But whatever. It's not going to be that much of a deal.
Oh, he says it's a funny show with as many camera angles as viewers.
I just looked it up too.
Is that it? It's a pretty good show in the UK. Wait, there's a guy, he's a British comedian like Whitehall. Is he on that show? I'm not sure. Your boy Will posting links. All right, Philly, thank you so much for joining us, buddy. Yeah, hit him up on Xbox One. If you have PC, Coyote Tango on Steam, we'll play some stuff together.
Peace.
And I'm gonna look up the Undateables. I think there's like Anthony Whitehall or something. It was a British comedian I like. I think he's on that show.
Thank you, I guess.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what. I still don't know what's
even know
good
it's a
about.
compliment. I have no idea.
Some more stuff from CESD was the BMW AirTouch technology. Basically, it's on your dashboard, and you can control everything via gestures.
Oh,
so it's
God,
like
I've been
switch
wanting that for
song,
so
you go
long.
like that, right in front of it, and just kind of go ba-ba,
Dude,
ba-ba.
you know what I still want to do? I like fantasize about it when I'm in my car. I want to mix while I'm in my car.
Oh, so it's like the low and the mid. And just
Probably like mixing
way
tracks together.
more messed up.
BPM,
Oh, there it is. It's a picture. Yeah.
BPM
so
and sync.
you kind of just guide it. Yeah. Except like, nah, I don't want to talk to him. There's a peace symbol. What does that do?
I don't know. You will.
I'm assuming zooming in, maybe?
Maybe. XNXX, it shows the touch tech in use. I don't want to click on this link because I don't like clicking strangers' links, but I'm on a Mac.
Wait, your
so-
boy
Has
Will.
many
Is this
X's
Will
on
from
it.
GameStop?
That's not a bad site. You know what? That's right. Why would he click that? It's got so many X's in it. It can't possibly be. I'm not falling for it. And then finally, we can get pictures of it because apparently it was like such under high rep. It was very much a secret at CESD, so we couldn't get photos of it. But it's Kino Mo's holo displays. Apparently, a company has actually perfected hologram technology. So there's a couple of them, obviously. Boy, you almost had me, Will. You almost had me, you son of a b. There's too many X's. You're absolutely right. I'm looking for anyone I know. Oh, okay. She's a nice woman, but all right.
You can tell he's British.
Dude, I know, right? Twitch has the best trolls. I had one guy the other day, and he was just barraging me, and I was just laughing my ass off the whole time. He was like, "You're a good sport. Have a follow." And I was like, "I don't want your follow, you bitch." Point is, we love you too, Will. Yeah, and they had obviously they had the holograms of like people talking to one another via. But the coolest ones I saw were like really really high quality holograms of like 30% off, and they were like floating in 3D and spinning like on bar tops and everything. And they had one that was basically like a beer tap that had all the different kinds of beers above it. But instead of actually written down, there was like a floating 3D screen, like perceivable from any angle without any like glasses or anything necessary. And it's just, you're going to see a lot more of that hopefully in the future.
That's awesome. No, I'm definitely looking forward to that.
I sense a lot of tension. Yeah, coming from you, broski. We started an hour ago. What is it, 6 o'clock? Yeah, we got to wrap up in about 5 minutes.
This always happens too. Do you notice this always happens?
What, people get in?
10 minutes? 5
Yeah,
minutes?
I mean, you're supposed to stream for like more than an hour, I think. Like that's when you get warmed up for most streaming, whereas we kind of wrap it up in one.
Have some candy.
Have some candy, guys. Calm down. Anything else you want to go over before we wrap up?
No, not really. I mean, I'm excited for 2016.
It's gonna be good.
For video games.
It's gonna be good.
Big time. I'm excited for getting more of my creative side, both off games and on games. Building stuff with.
So is Division your most, as of right now, your most anticipated, or what would you say it was?
No. Anticipate. I don't know. See, here's the thing. I got to look at the lineup of 2016 again. Like, I know there are games coming out this year that I actually, want to play. I want to get the actual dates down in my head so I know. But I am looking forward to Dying Light's new expansion next week. Month.
Rise of the Tomb Raider.
I'm looking I just gave it away. I'm looking Resident Evil. I'm looking forward to Resident Evil 0. So if you guys have never played Resident Evil,
they did a remake of that. Oh my god.
So they're doing an HD remake of that. It's coming out next week. I am super excited for that to play that over because it's probably one of my least played Resident Evil games. And I don't know. I'm excited to see what 2016 really brings us as far as movies go.
I'm hoping we're going to be pleasantly surprised by No Man's Sky. I know we kind of fell off the bandwagon, the hype train ended, but I'm not going to give it a chance. But I'm kind of hoping it comes back, and this guy kept it under wraps so much because it really was that amazing.
Yeah, I'm waiting to hopefully get more Resident Evil 2 information remake this year. So that's another thing as well. I'm so pumped for that. I really hope Capcom doesn't drop the ball.
Yeah, that's one of my more anticipated, I think, remakes. Just because that's one of the few Resident Evil games I think I actually played start to finish.
I just need a sliver. I just need a little taste of what they're trying to do. All they need to do, and I've said this before on the show, they need to just make it like Resident Evil Remake and Resident Evil 0. They need to make it that look, that style.
Yeah.
And if they continue with that style through Resident Evil 2 and hopefully inevitably Resident Evil 3, then I hope maybe they'll bring the series back, and in my opinion, they should just retcon the games that have come out over the last few years and just completely axe them and like they never happened, kind of like Star Wars. But I still think Star Wars: The Force Awakens is overrated. I still think that.
LA Gamer for Life says, loving the stream, guys. Just broke off my 4-year relationship due to my purchasing Star Wars hot toy figures over our anniversary gift. All is well, just here coping as I watch. By the way, looking forward to Final Fantasy 15. Oh man, if that's a true story, I'm sorry to hear that.
Awesome.
The trolls today are good. The trolls are good today. You keep it at it, guys. We all gotta have a hobby, and you guys going on the internet bashing other people randomly behind a username is yours, and you shouldn't feel bad about that. You're still a man, kind of. I heard like that one. Thank you for watching the stream, LA Gamer. That's cool, dude. That's about it. I got nothing else to talk about. I don't want to end the stream. It's so good right now.
I'm 12, and what is this? Just keep rolling. This is fun. I gotta pee. I'll be back. You think they'll still say anything?
Have an episode
Oh my God! It's a 12-year-old on Twitch talking crap to people. Isn't that so surprising? That's utterly shocking to me. Oh my God! I didn't know 12-year-olds know how to use this service. I'm 13 and I would kill you. I'll have you know that I'm a Navy Marine, and I'm a Navy SEAL rather, and I've killed over 3,000 people. What's that copy pasta? We'll just read that whole copy pasta.
I don't know.
I'm not a man.
I don't know. I have no idea.
If you're a girl and your name is Brolinson, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You're 90 now. Okay. That's all right.
We got 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes. I want to sit here and I want to watch how
I've exhausted
He's in the
everything.
SAS. Those are the British Special Forces. Okay. All right. Well, dude, you got me there.
Yeah, in Rainbow Six Siege.
They let me in early.
That doesn't count, man. Just because you're SAS in Siege doesn't mean anything. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. I played Rainbow Six when I was like
He has an
10 years
exceptional
old
set
too.
of skills.
Yeah.
Skills that would make life a nightmare for people like you, Frankie. Who takes it? You take it, Will. Hard and long all day long. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And to the trolls at the end. That was super fun. My stomach hurts.
Yeah, I know.
We're back next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern
was
Standard
great.
Time. Thank you so much. Follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. You guys got the links and everything.
I will.
I'm Prestige level 3 in Call of Duty. And if I kill you mean finish that bag of Doritos, you certainly will.
I will update you guys on the map.
Yeah.
We'll
that's
see
gonna be
how
really
that
cool.
goes along. Maybe not weekly, because I'm really hoping that I finish this within the next couple of months. I cannot take as long as I did last time. I cannot. So that's gonna be cool. But yeah, that's
Cool,
pretty
man.
much it. I'm excited for 2016. I'm excited
gonna be a good year.
to see what we're gonna produce with Chainsaw Academy.
More stuff, hopefully.
More stuff.
At least
So
get a couple
look
things per
forward to
week
more
out
stuff
there.
outside of this. We're definitely gonna be working on it.
I love Doritos. My dad owns the company. It's like I played a guy in Counter-Strike the other day, and he's like, "I'm gonna report you. My dad works for Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Not Valve, not Steam. He works for Counter-Strike.
My dad works for Bungie. That was always a great one back in the day.
His dad works at Doritos." Thank you so much for watching, and the trolls for being. You guys have to exist. To make other people better human beings than you. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week, Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a great night.
They're
See
like
you next
algae.
time.
They're like algae.
Like algae, yeah.